Hello, I'm Ted Bradshaw. I'm a cognitive behavioural therapist, and I wanted to talk to you today about singing your worries and singing the things you say to yourself when you're having a go at yourself. I'm just going to show you a few examples, apparently with the accompaniment of my children upstairs, if you can hear them. I'm going to go through a few examples with you, and then I'm going to explain how it works. So I'll show you first, and then we'll talk about how it works. So, one of the things that I worry about kind of constantly, that keeps coming back, is I'm going to do something, people aren't going to like it, they're going to mock it, they're going to think it's stupid, that kind of thing. So you can imagine how I'm feeling about today. So one of the things that I will typically do is I will sing this to myself. Nobody likes me, everybody hates me, why don't I go and eat worms? There we are. I was singing that this morning, practicing today, and my eldest daughter, who's 4, overheard me, and she sang it as well. And she thought it was funny. It doesn't just work with worries like that. You can do, I think I've left the oven on, the oven on, the oven on, think I've left the oven on, the house will burn to ashes. There we are, there's number 2. What about quite serious worries, things that really, really get to us? I've got a headache and it must be a tumour. No, it can't be a headache. Oh, it must be a tumour. Again, that's one that's come up to me before. And finally, an example of how you can use this when you're having a go at yourself. I am a failure, a massive failure. I'll never succeed 'cause I am lame. There we are. And it obviously helps if you do the faces. I can't help myself but do that. So, there we are. There's a few examples of what it is that you do, but I want to just spend a couple of minutes talking about why this can be really effective. This comes from a school of therapy called acceptance and commitment therapy. If you're interested in that, I'll give you a little bit of a signpost at the end of this video as to where you can go and learn some more. Essentially, when you're worrying or when you are having a go at yourself or there's something that's niggling at you, what we typically do is argue with it. So I'll spend time saying, don't be ridiculous, Ted, I'm sure it'll go all right. I'm sure your deepest, darkest fears aren't really going to come true. But while I'm doing that, it doesn't really make the worry go away. It just keeps me stuck in my head. I'm just going over and over it, trying to convince myself that everything's going to be okay. If you are able to say it out loud in this way, which carries kind of less emotion, if you practice it, if you try it out loud and you sing one of those songs back, you'll notice it doesn't carry the weight. It feels less fraught, less intense. And what that enables you to do is hear that thought and acknowledge it for what it is. It comes from a concept called fusion and diffusion. When you have a thought, everybody's going to hate this and they're going to mock me and all that kind of stuff. It feels like it's true when it's running through your mind. But if you're able to sing it and hear it like this, you hear that it's just a thought. It's not necessarily true. It's a little bit outside of you now. It's not just the truth and the way that you see it. It's also something that's reasonably simple and straightforward to teach people and to have a go at. So try it out, see how you get on, and I'd love to hear how you do.